Hey, hi, my name is Chris. Every day I do a vlog and I do it for 1,000 days, guys. Yes, 1,000 days. So if you could like, subscribe and hit that bell notification, I'd really appreciate you. Every day I talk about something uniquely different. And today, well, midlife crisis. Well, maybe not so much a midlife crisis, but have you ever considered doing something like something that's completely the opposite to what you've done for most of your life? Now, I hear all the time people, they hit their 40s, their 50s, and they really are desperate to sort of sell up, pack up, and just move somewhere else. Now, I know there's an awful lot going on here in the UK at the moment, but I just really flirt with the idea that maybe going off to Vietnam or Cambodia, Thailand, Philippines. I really think that if you're in your 50s and 60s, that is a real temptation, isn't it? Apparently your money goes further, and it's just an incredible prospect to live your life in what is beautiful sunshine most of the time, in a place which is absolutely stunning. I really appreciate the summer. I love summer in the UK. I don't think there's anything quite like it. When the sun actually shines, it's great. As you know, it rains an awful lot here. So if you are in your 40s here in the UK, I can completely understand the reasoning why some people would really pack up and go. Especially in what is, I think 2025 has been a challenging climate for an awful lot of people, not just here in the UK, but in an awful lot of places around the world. So I think it's focused people's attention on looking at how they can have a more sustainable, better lifestyle, maybe in a different country. So I've been looking at and researching an awful lot of places around the world where I think it would be a viable place to go and live. But I'm a strong advocate of Europe as well. I love Spain. I've been there many times. Greece. I just think warmer climate for me is so appealing and so enticing. Now, I know lately an awful lot of people, I see an awful lot of videos really from places like Vietnam, and I have family who live in the Philippines. And I'm planning to go to the Philippines for a couple of weeks next March with my sister, and we'll be staying and meeting family and going abroad, and it'll be lovely, it'll be great. And my passion is flying drones and cinematography, so I will definitely be making the most of that. And as you know, I will still be doing my 1,000 day vlogging series. I think I'm only about 50 odd days out from doing it every day for 1 year. I mean, can you believe that? Even I can't believe it's gone that quick, but it has. 1 year. I remember the day I started and the challenge I put myself up for, but it's just an incredible prospect, really, when you think about it. But time marches on incrementally every day that passes. But going back to that midlife crisis thing, I think it's a real phenomenon, hence that's why people mention it as often as they do. It's a thing. People maybe get sick and tired of working, and just you're feeling like you're just paying the bills, and you just want to pack your bags and maybe live a more conducive lifestyle that's more relaxed, so that you can feel relaxed and actually enjoy life. And I completely get that. I really do. I really tap into the fact that we've only got one life, and how we live it, how we enjoy it is entirely up to us. Some people love working all the time. Some people enjoy putting their nose to the grindstone and doing 8 to 6, 9 to 5, whatever it is. They just love it, and they love money, and they love earning it and doing that. And if that's your thing, kudos, more power to you. That's not my thing. This is my thing behind. I really enjoy traveling, which I haven't done for quite a while, actually. I travel locally within the UK. I've done a couple of different cities recently, and but I'm desperate to get on an airplane and travel abroad. And I think the next time I do that is probably going to be next March. So I'm busy saving my pennies and hoping to go with the prospect for a couple of weeks. And of course, I'll be vlogging in the Philippines every day for a fortnight when I'm there. So that will be a great prospect. But in midlife, I do fantasize about throwing it all in and just going to live in a different culture, in a different place where that would be absolutely wonderful to do. It's funny, isn't it? When you think about leaving the place where you're from and going somewhere new, it can sound a little bit daunting. I did see a Instagram reel of this young lad who at the age of, I think he was about 28, 29, decided that he had enough of it all and wanted to get on a plane and fly off to somewhere completely new and start a new life. And he was really trepidatious about it. I'm I wouldn't say frightened, but very weary about what the future holds. So I've started following him. He's not posted a follow-up to that reel. So I'll be interested to see how he's getting on and how he's stuck at it. And of course, when you do that, it's just not easy, or as easy as people make out. You've got to find accommodation. There may be a job that you need to have. If you're fortunate enough to be retired and you can live in these places, then that is absolutely fantastic. It's fine if you can do that. In middle age, I think, you've probably done all that corporate role, that hard work. You've had enough of it. You don't want to do it. And like I say, in a lot of Western countries, you just feel like you are paying the bills all the time. You just feel that all you're doing is just working to pay the man. It's the mortgage, the council tax, the bills, paying your car payments. When really, if you pack up and go and live in somewhere like Vietnam or Cambodia, that is certainly a prospect for an awful lot of people. And if that's your thing, then good for you. I admire your spirit of adventure. I admire your ability to be able to go and do it. It takes strength. It really does take a little bit of courage, especially if your foundations here are solid. You probably get an awful lot of people saying to you, don't do it, don't risk it. But it's a bit like the bird that's in the cage with no door on it. It's so comfortable, it doesn't want to leave. But its natural environment is to be out there and experience as much as possible, because we only ever pass this way once, don't we? We only ever come here once. So if you experience something close to a middle-age crisis, and it could be in terms of loads of other things as well, it could mean the changing of a relationship. It could mean the ending of a relationship. It could mean that you completely live a different lifestyle with somebody completely new. It might not be just about migrating away. There's a lot of facets to midlife crisis. But I just talk about the travelling side because I just think I'm seeing an awful lot of that at the moment. And how wonderful, how amazing if you can actually go off and do something like that, and you're brave enough to go and do it. I remember there was a family that was on board a boat that was travelling around the world, and that was absolutely incredible. I mean, stunning. And what a very, very different lifestyle that is. What an incredible lifestyle. And you couldn't get anything more radically different. So you sell your house, you leave, say, somewhere like England where it's rainy in the winter and cold and miserable, and all you're doing is going to work and coming home and watching TV. That's time you can't get back. So when you are brave enough to show the courage to go off and experience life, to push yourself, that's phenomenal. And if you can do that, if you're willing to give it a shot, I guess the experiences are there. Yes, it's scary. Yes, you do need money. Yes, you do need the ability to be able to go and do that. But if you take the opportunity, the chances are you're going to have an experience, and that experience is so going to be worth it, isn't it? At least I think so anyway. And you grow as a person then when you really push yourself. And that's what it's all about, growing and becoming a better person. And yeah, life just can be the same, or you can choose to push yourself and do something completely radically different. And not everybody would have the courage or the opportunity to do that. Not everybody would feel comfortable doing that. In midlife, there is a temptation to just stay still. But I think it's almost necessary sometimes, if all you're doing is paying bills and working for other people and really not reaping the rewards yourself. I think it's important to just try and have an adventure sometimes. And look, if it all doesn't work out, if it all doesn't come together, what do? You come back and you start again, and you'll be okay. And at the very least, you've had an incredible experience and met some incredible people and eaten some incredible food. And if that's not worth going for, well, I don't know what is. I really don't. And look at this today. It's wonderful, isn't it? It's almost like the temptation of being able to say, actually, around the world, there is beautiful places much like this. And we've got to really try and experience as much as we can. If we can and we do that, I think we definitely grow through experiences. And you just never know what's around the corner. So if you're having a midlife crisis, in whatever form it's taking, drop a few comments down below. I'd be really interested to know what your take on it. And if you've done this, if you've got on a plane and gone somewhere for a year or two, or for a few months, let me know how you got on. I'd be interested to know what you did and where you went. So on that note, thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate you. If you could like, subscribe, and give me a thumbs up, I'd really appreciate it. I'll be back again tomorrow with something uniquely, completely different. I can't guarantee this weather, but although I think it's going to be around for a while. I'll see you tomorrow. Look after yourself. Take care. Bye now.